Has anyone else in this House ever made a mistake? Maybe you attended a public gathering in Northern Ireland in breach of public health guidelines. Anyone? Maybe you staged an effective political rally in a graveyard in the midst of severe restrictions when people couldn't go to their close relative's funeral, despite the fact that the deceased was not even being buried in that cemetery. Maybe you were invited to a key briefing on COVID-19 with our top medical experts, but you were too busy, left early, and then claimed that you weren't fully briefed on the pandemic. Or maybe you came into this House and used parliamentary privilege to wrongly accuse people of financial wrongdoing, and when you yourself were proven wrong, you sadly forgot to apologise. Maybe you jumped up and down in outrage and smears in this chamber at Frances Fitzgerald, and when she was completely exonerated by Judge Charlton, you also forgot to apologise.
You criticise this government's response to COVID on a daily basis, when in Northern Ireland, where you are in power, people are struggling with one of the highest rates of the virus in Europe. You talk about honesty and integrity when you had tens of thousands of pounds of COVID support money that was meant for small businesses lodged into Sinn Féin accounts. And then when you were found out, you came up with the Father Ted excuse. The money was just resting in your account.
These words sum up 3 words: the corruption of Sinn Féin and the lies. Research Services Ireland, a bogus company set up to siphon taxpayers' money for the cosy boys in Sinn Féin in the north. 36 MLAs claiming over £700,000 through this company ran by the Sinn Féin Finance Department. Mileage and expenses galore. The only problem was that after 11,500 miles clocked, £5,000 pocketed, one of the cosy boys didn't even drive. A central service company used because other research facilities could not, as the work was deemed too sensitive. After all, Count Corla, in Sinn Féin, the untouchables must be protected.
If Sinn Féin actually thinks that Leo Varadkar should resign for this matter, which warrants questions in the Dáil, and he has been accountable, then why wouldn't Michelle O'Neill resign? To that matter, why not Mary Lou McDonald, Pierce Doherty and the others who travelled and attended and made no semblance of abiding by the rules, to such an extent that there's a police investigation into it since? Sinn Féin are the masters of throwing the stones and the rockets around them, but they never turn the light on themselves, and we know that. And the silent, polite, unabusive, good people of Ireland who remain horrified by your actions, they know it too.